Hello and welcome to the Community Blaze podcast. My name is Lowan and today I am joined with Elle.
Hello.
Elle, would you like to introduce yourself?
So my name's Elle, I'm in year 13, so the last year of college, and I'm currently doing the fitness pathway, but I did used to do the football pathway as well.
Yep.
So I've done a bit of both.
Elle is in my class, so we're both finishing soon. Well, I've finished.
You finished?
Ellie's got a coursework or something to do.
Yeah. Nearly done.
Nearly done,
Nearly
and
done.
then we're going our separate ways. We're both going off to uni. Well, you're doing a gap year,
I'm doing a gap
aren't
year,
you?
so I'm going to do some coaching, work full time,
Yeah.
get back playing football, and then you'll go to Edinburgh Uni hopefully, and then
That
you're
is so good.
going away to Manchester.
Yeah, I'm going over to Manny. Anyways, so this week we're just doing a little bit of a roundup of what we've already done this week because there's not been much football on.
No.
But on Tuesday night I went to this Women in Sport. It was like a talk with loads of different panels of women in media, mostly in motorsports like the F1, and there were people such as Amber Jones there, and it was really inspiring. She basically just talked about how she got into journalism, what her progression through journalism is like already, and it was really interesting just how she's got into it and what she thought was the most important things to get into it. And she did say LinkedIn was one of the most important things, which was really, really interesting. I took that tip and basically run with it because I've been more active on LinkedIn.
That was the point of the thing, wasn't it? They were trying to help you with your career through sport.
Yeah, exactly. Just loads of advice, loads of information. It was really good. It was like a big women chat, and it was just like I don't know. It made me very happy.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah. So guys, as you can see, we are wearing our England shirts today. On the day of recording, it is Friday, so obviously the Euros is starting today with Scotland versus Germany. But we know that this is coming out next Thursday, so if England have let us down,
We apologise.
we apologise.
Sorry, we didn't know. We had faith.
Yeah.
But if we've won,
Yay!
get in.
Well done,
Let's
guys.
we always had faith.
Yeah. It's just that we're feeling a bit like the Euros this year might
Love
be
the
a bit.
Euros.
It might be a bit. I don't know.
Rocky.
A bit rocky for us, but it could go really well. You
I
just
hope
don't
so.
know.
I think if we're going to win the Euros, it'll be this year. I think the squad we've got is very, very
what
good.
do you think about the people that have missed out, like Marcus
Grealish,
Rashford,
yeah.
Grealish? What do you think about that?
Well, it's obviously a shock. Like, obviously, you think of England and you think of certain names, and if I thought of the England men's team, I'd think of like Jack Grealish, Marcus Rashford, people like that. But then you have to look at it on a whole. All these younger players coming in,
Yeah, definitely.
and obviously, for me
Like
personally,
Elle.
I think like a few of the older players, they've kind of gone a bit not lazy, but the younger players have more
Motivation, a bit
they've
more
got
energy.
that more
yeah.
energy, and I think Gareth Southgate's
100%.
trying to give them players a chance, but he has taken. I think he's taken a bit of a big risk not taking Grealish. Maybe
Yeah, I mean, the thing
Rashford's
is,
different because I think Bellingham is in there now,
Yeah.
but Grealish, I'm a bit like, oh,
See, the thing is, my opinion on it is Rashford. He's not done well this season. I'm
No.
sorry, he's not.
Grealish has had an off season as well. He's not been
Grealish-
amazing. He's been all right.
In my opinion, Grealish is the player that draws the opposition in, lines them up, falls over, gets us the free kick.
And it works. And it works.
Yeah, so I just feel like if anyone can really do that. It's not much about football
Yeah.
and ability. I don't know. Personally, I don't feel like he earned his place in the squad. And like
No.
James Maddison, I'm not the biggest fan after what he did to Ryan Yates, but so yeah, I don't know. I just think Rashford's not really earned his place in the squad.
He's not stuck out this season, has he? But I think like
No.
players like Anthony Gordon, Bellingham,
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden, they've all
Yeah,
really
and Eze definitely.
stuck out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cole Palmer. He's on the
Palmer.
up, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So when people, like players like that, are pushing themselves out there and showing this
They've
is
had
what I can
amazing
do,
seasons, yeah.
just because Rashford's been in the squad before doesn't mean that
Yeah, no.
he's going to get the place before them, and I respect that from Gareth
It's like with the
Southgate.
women's England team, you know, Steph Autumn was one of the best defenders in
Yeah,
the world, but then she
100%.
stopped getting picked because players like Leah Williamson, Millie Bright, people like that, they came through, and yeah.
Yeah, it just what
It
happens.
does.
But yeah, a little bit about you, Elle. Give us a little bit of your background. So, how did you get into football? What the early years of your life?
12 years ago now I
12
started playing
years.
football. So I started when I was six and a half, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, about 6.5. Joined a local boys team near my dad's house. they were not very nice to me. I don't know why. They just didn't want to go.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't great. Like, they wouldn't tell me kick-off time, so I wouldn't go. They wouldn't...
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wouldn't want me to play and stuff like that. So then my dad really got sick of it, and he was like, right, we're going to find you a girls' team.
Yeah.
And then when I did, it was so different, and it was great.
Yeah.
Like, I've genuinely seen, like, how different it is, like, because obviously with the boys, it's more like they want to be the best, they want to do this.
Yeah. And
then in the girls' teams, like, we all want it to be good, but we all work together, and
exactly.
I was like, oh, I love this.
And I feel like your first times, like, going into football, those first steps... If someone's instantly trying to put you off like that boys team, it's not going to make you want to go back because you like there's a connection to I feel bad when I play football because of that team.
Yeah.
But actually, it's good that you carried on and went into that women's team and tried.
Well, it was I think it was like under 9s. I went to the girls' team. I think something like that, and they were just so much nicer and just like a nice environment. And obviously, I'm not saying men's football's not nice.
Yeah.
But I didn't fit in as well because I'm a girl.
Yeah,
I'm a woman and I prefer
and I feel like a lot has changed
anyway.
in 12 years. So
a lot has changed.
So
a lot has changed.
At that time, it was somewhat normal for boys to be like that. Because I remember when I was in school, I think it was about year 4, year 3, and me and my friend at the time were trying to play football with just everyone that was on this mugger pitch, and so we were like trying to get involved, but you know, at lunchtime there's so many of them, and then this boy
it's
just
like
came,
what 20 aside.
Yeah, literally, and then this boy just came up to us and went, "You can't play. You're
that
a woman."
happens so much
like,
in primary school as well. It was ridiculous.
I was like, okay, so we were like, this isn't right. Obviously, we got it sorted with the teacher and stuff, but it just kind of having that constantly, those negative things constantly, it puts you off. And it like just puts you down. So
but in them times, like I say, it was normal.
It was normal.
And like the teachers would say, "Oh no, let her play," let her play. But nothing was ever really done about it because at the time, women's football wasn't as big. It was there. It was always there, but it wasn't as big.
Yeah.
When
definitely.
I love how it's grown me. To be honest, I love it.
Yeah. So obviously you used to play football.
Yeah. Well,
let's talk through.
I still do.
Yeah. So.
Last season.
Elle had an injury, her ACL injury, if you might see the scar on her knee.
Cheers.
But
so Tommy ACL.
But
not fun.
Just before we get onto the ACL and everything, just talk through how you found football in the last year or two.
The last year, I loved it. Like I've always had football as like an outlet for me. Like I could have had a really bad week. But I know I've got football on Saturday.
I've got training
I've got training to break it up in the middle, and I've got a game on a Saturday or Sunday. And I've always loved that like structure to it. Like it's
100%.
No matter how like 2 days football, 2 days football.
Yes, I know what you mean. I love that as well because you kind of it gives you a break from it, but also
and it was especially during like GCSEs exams.
Yes,
I needed that so much. Like, because you need an outlet. Any sort of stressful situation, you need an outlet. Football's always been that for me.
But I don't know about you, but in GCSEs, some of my training didn't get put on because girls wanted to, like revise and stuff, and I was like, no, please keep it on because it's just an hour. It's just an hour to get out there, forget about the GCSEs, forget about revision, and just play and just have fun.
Well, the team I currently play I'm signed for, Crosspool. Obviously, the under-18s team, most of them do A-levels. There's only like 4 of us that don't do A-levels. And obviously a few of them, like, they didn't go to presentation because they've got so much revision to do. And obviously that's understandable. Like, we've got a lot of coursework, let alone big exams.
Yeah, that's true.
And obviously, so they were like, we can't come to training, we can't do this. But the pitch we train on, the school said to us, we will give you like 4 or 5 weeks of like an hour on the pitch for free so that the girls can have that game.
That is good.
And so we have it on like a title, recreational football, who's going, and every week there's enough girls going because they just want to play. And I was like, I respect that so much because people need it.
Yeah,
they won't realise it, if you force them to go training, they go, I've got revision to do, and when they get there they're like, oh.
Yeah, they do actually.
I did actually need that.
They needed it. Yeah.
So I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
But
so getting onto your ACL.
Yeah. ACL.
I mean, talk through what happened because I know what happened, but
it tore.
But you know how
so
it
I was
felt
playing
and what
for
was going
my
on.
Sunday league team, which is the Crosspool Women's, the ladies team, and we were losing which was very sad.
Yeah.
But they were a good team.
A
so
bad day altogether.
It was, and I'll tell you what it was. That was the first time when I played football. I walked into the change rooms, I was in a bad mood. You know, I got changed, I was in a bad mood. The girls were all having a chat, I just wasn't part of it. I walked out onto the pitch early, started kicking a ball about on my own in a terrible mood. And then it was just a weird game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it happened. So I genuinely think psychological it has an impact.
Yeah.
Because it was the only time I've ever done that, and then I turned my ACL.
Yeah.
So unless it's, you know, a big coincidence, which happens,
yeah,
I'm not sure, because my head wasn't in it that game. And earlier on in the game, I got like wiped out. You know, me and this girl both go for the ball, edge of the box. I'm about to shoot, she just takes my legs, like slides through me, and I hit my head back. And so I got taken off for a head injury. I was saying, you know, I'm fine, I've just hurt my neck, and they're like, no, off, sort of thing.
Right, yeah.
And then at half time came, and then the coach says to me, can you go back on? And I was like, yeah, go on. I shouldn't have gone back on. I shouldn't have gone back on because my head was hurting, but I didn't have a concussion or anything. It was literally just because I had a bit of a headache.
Yeah. But it's mad.
But because I didn't want to miss out on game time, I ended up tearing my ACL.
Exactly. And it's mad that girl wiping you out didn't tear your ACL, but like you literally
I was literally running.
It.
So we had a corner and we were attacking the corner. It gets cleared out. She stood behind me. I didn't see her. I was marking someone else.
Right.
She gets it like in the middle of the pitch, and I'm like, I'm the closest to her. What am I gonna have to do? Track back. Brilliant. Yeah. So I'm like legging it back, and then she like stops to hold it up because she's got no players.
Right.
And then I just like run across, and then as I get to her, I like, I don't even know what. I don't do anything. I'm just running. Fall over. It hurt a lot. I heard like a snap, and I was like, oh, that was a bit weird. And the girl obviously wasn't having any of it. She was like, I didn't touch you. I was like, I know you didn't touch me. I'm just in a bit of pain at the minute.
Yeah, but like that initial thing of, why are you diving?
Why are you diving? I was like, I'm not diving, I promise.
I'm in a lot of pain.
I just kind of like blacked out for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. Not blacked out. I was on the floor and I was like squeezing my eyes shut, and I was a bit like,
what is going on?
Yeah, no, I kind of held my breath. I was like, I'm waiting for this pain to ease, and then after 2 minutes, it went away. So I was thinking, I was like really confused sat there. I was like, okay, what have I just done? And then my stepdad used to be a physio in rugby, so he came on the pitch. And he's like wiggling my leg about, and I'm like, Mark, get off my knee, because it was hurting.
Yeah.
And so he gets off, and then the girls were trying to cheer me up, actually. They were like, I was laid back because I was like trying to calm myself down. Because you know what, I'm like, I overthink. I was freaking
100%,
out.
Yeah, no, I would have.
I was freaking out. And so they grabbed the foil blanket and wrapped me up in it, and they put it over my face and went, nice knowing you. I was like, cheers, guys. Cheers, guys.
They obviously thought like you.
They got a stretcher out as well, and I saw the stretcher coming over. And I sat up. I was like, I ain't getting on that. And they're like, no, you can't walk. I was like, I will hop off this pitch, and I did. I hopped off. I was like, I'm not.
Yeah.
And it's, you know what's annoying to think about, how many people have to do that. How many people 100%. Have to fall over and think, oh wow, I've just done my ACL.
From literally
just running,
like
just
that.
Running.
Like the body can hold up so much.
Yeah, I was flying all over the place that game, and I just ran forward, extended my knee, snap.
Yeah.
And I've done that movement thousands of times throughout playing football for like 12 years. And it was just that day, and it just went wrong. So I was just a bit like, It's annoying. It's really annoying.
It's so annoying because there's nothing you can really do about it. Like,
no, well, once you've done it, innit?
Exactly, and it's like. And the realisation that you must have had of like, I'm not going to be able to play football.
Well, I was. So when we did it, I was like, they went, get a A&E. I was like, I'm not going to A&E. I'll go to minor injuries because it's quicker. Yeah, I'm really
minor injury.
When I'm in pain or when I've done an injury, I'm so stubborn. I was like, I'm doing this, so you're not taking me anywhere. Like Mark was driving, he's like, I'm taking you there. I was like, no, you're not. No, but then my coach came over because I was panicking, and he was like, have I ever lied to you? I was like, no. He went, I promise you, this is nothing bad. And I was like, okay. But he wasn't saying that to me like that. He was, because I reacted quite well to it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've seen people tear their ACLs before, and they've been like screaming and stuff like that. And I was like, I do take pain quite well. Like, I've always had bad knees, but I just kind of play through it. And then, went to the minor injuries. I said, you need to wait a week. Then you go see a knee doctor. I don't know what his name was. You see a knee doctor. And then he was like, I'll send you for an MRI. I went for an MRI the next day after that appointment, which I think was quite good because I was expecting to be waiting. Because obviously MRIs, there's a big waiting list. So I was like, okay. 100%. I was a bit frustrated about that point because I was like, I've not been in college yet. You know, I've not. Yeah. And I was missing a lot because I genuinely couldn't get out of bed. Yeah. Because it was hurting like so. And then went for an MRI. You just lie there, and then the next day get an email. So I was like, okay. And he said clinical letter. So I was like, So I thought it would be what the doctor that examined my knee had sent to the MRI people to say why I'd been there. Right, because they send that to you as well.
Yeah.
And so obviously I was doing college work at the time actually. I had my laptop there, I was typing away. Got the email, so I was like, okay, I'll look at this. Oh, full tear of my ACL, partial meniscal tear, and MCL sprain. I was like, okay.
Gosh.
This will need surgery. Okay. And I didn't even cry really for the first 10 minutes. I just kind of sat there and I went,
It didn't really
it didn't click.
Yeah.
And then I went, I need to tell my mum, Mark and stuff. So I hopped downstairs. Because before this I was convinced. I was like, I'm going to walk on it. I'm going to do this because it's fine. It's a bad sprain. Obviously it wasn't.
Gosh.
Hopped downstairs to my mum. I just turned my phone around to her, and she just had tears in her eyes. And then I was like, "Why are you crying? No, I'm gonna cry." And I did. I just started bawling. I was like, "Oh no!" And yeah.
That is.
And now I'm here.
It is actually insane that. You fully teared it, and then what was it? The MCL.
No, meniscus. It was. I had a partial tear, but they didn't actually end up repairing that in surgery because I'd done what they told me to do before surgery.
Right.
And it had repaired enough for it to be fine. So I was like,
oh, that's really good then.
Some positive.
That is really good.
Yeah.
But it's so weird how, ligaments and tendons, they don't fully heal.
No, well,
And
if you
it's
tear
so
a ligament, you have
difficult.
to have it. So it doesn't
Yeah,
regenerate.
exactly.
You have to have surgery on it, which is annoying because it happens so much in football and any sport.
Yeah, and
Well, my arm.
I know, that's another one. So you've had 2 surgeries in the space of 2 months.
2 months, yeah. So 25th of January was my ACL. 21st of March, 3 months. 21st of March was my wrist.
So tell us what happened with your wrist then.
That was years ago. So December 2022, I was just boxing because I used to box.
Yeah.
But I don't anymore. Never competitively, just did it for the training because it felt good. And
it
gets you.
Stress reliever,
Yeah. So I was just boxing and I didn't have my wraps on, which again, never really do.
Well.
And I had my music in and I was in my own little, and then I just threw a hook, I think, a right hook, and I just felt it was just awful pain, and I was dislocated my ulnar, and then because it dislocated, it tore the ligament with it,
right.
and obviously it doesn't heal, so yeah. After that happened a few times extra in the next 2 years, they went, yeah, I have to operate. I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Another one.
Oh, and that's
so they had to wait till my ACL was fine to walk on and then do that one.
Right, okay.
So I couldn't be on crutches after having surgery.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, of course, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, I think just ACL tears in general, it's just
they're awful,
it's
man.
so interesting to me how, women have a higher chance of...
Yeah, it's just anatomy though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never been someone... I really like women's football and I think it's different to men's football. I'm not one to say we should get paid 10 mil a week like Jack Grealish. No.
Well, that's stupid money anyway.
It is stupid money. Why do you need 10 mil a week? What are you going
to... What are people doing with
I
that?
spent £4 a day when I go to college on the bus. What's he doing with 10 million in his bank?
Yeah.
No, but I've always thought they should have been paid more because they should. But I never thought they should have been paid the same because there's not the same money in the game. There's not the same.
I know. When I went to this women in sport thing, there was a professional rugby player. I think her name was Heather, and she was saying how she was an accountant alongside having a contract with rugby, and it was. She said it was so weird how she would turn up to training. And the men there have got full-time contracts, fully paid for, and she's just come from her accounting job.
Well, it's it's really well known in women's football for them to be doing a degree alongside it because they have a career. But I don't know of many male footballers that have a uni degree, or they might have a uni degree, but
they don't have a part-time job.
Yeah, they don't have a job alongside. I think who was it that was talking about Lee Williamson? I think she was doing a talk somewhere, and she was saying how she does her accounting. Because when she started, you had to work full time because they didn't get paid. So I was like, that's mental.
Yeah, I think it is crazy.
But we've just gone and won the Euros as well with the women's.
I know,
Euro winners, World Cup finalists within 2 years is absolutely mental.
Yeah, and it's just...
Yeah, come on, boys, please. I'm begging, please.
But so
let's both bring it home so we can stop the argument now. It's not been home. It has actually at Wembley.
But yeah, so I've got the Phantom Luna boots.
Yeah.
The black ones.
They're very nice. I want some.
I really want the pink ones, but what do you think about the the studs on the bottom in a circle?
The stud, well, yeah, it makes it easier to pivot on the pitch. So obviously, and when you play football, you do a lot of the pivot action to change direction, which has caused ACLs to snap.
Yeah,
especially in the past.
on Astro as well.
Oh yeah.
Because your foot gets caught.
It caught in the plastic. It's not grass. It's not as soft as grass.
No.
But even muddy pitches, your boots get caught and it happens. So like that it will have helped like the pivot action because obviously they're circular.
Yeah, yeah.
And obviously they're built better to women's feet because women's feet I didn't know the women's feet were different because I've always just worn boys' boots.
I know, same. I've never had women's boots except for this year.
Because no one ever thought about it. No one ever said like, oh, but I always struggled to find. I've always gone like Adidas boots.
Yeah, because they've got wider. Yeah, wider. I always went Adidas boots because they're wider, but.
And they're comfier, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously now I probably will get some Lunas just because.
Well, the first ones that ever came out.
I really like some Tiempos. I'm not gonna
lie.
That's a lie.
The first ones. The first ones that came out was so expensive. They were about 200 quid.
They still are. You know, I saw someone selling some on Vinted actually, £240. I was like, you only bought them for £200, and they've got mud on the bottom. I was like, stop it right now.
No, so the ones that I got were from Sports Direct. They had the same studs on the bottom, and they are called Phantoms. I'm not sure if they're Lunas, but
Phantom. Yeah, so they'll have added the Luna attributes, like the thinner boot, like the cut for women's with the studs, but put them on the Phantom style, which I like. I was like,
so that's the ones that I've got because they're way cheaper. I'm not spending £200 on some boots. I'm sorry, they're gonna get wrecked. Like,
especially the pitches we play on, like Myers Grove.
Yeah,
my pitch.
Literally, the pitches that we play on are so bad, but. Yeah. It is crazy.
I think we're going in the right direction for things like that. You know, putting more money in, investing more into women's football.
Yeah.
And a research project has now actually been started for the ACLs because all these people started sending me like, look, and I was like, oh, that's great, but it's took over what?
Yeah, I know.
I saw a post, I think it was either BBC Sport or like some sort of football thing put out, and there was like a list of like 200 women's names, and I was like, what's this? I looked at it. It said like ACLs that have been torn in the last.
Did you say 2 years? Yeah, I'm
pretty sure. I think it was like 4 seasons. No, probably about 4 seasons, but like worldwide. And I was thinking that's not over 4 seasons. But I thought about it, I was like 200.
200, yeah.
I'm not quoting anything here. Do not go and research this and come back and call me a liar. It was around that, and that is absolutely mental. Like Arsenal women 7. Within 1 season they had Beth Mead, Viv Meadmar, Lee Williamson, Laura Rienvoiter. I probably butchered the name, I'm sorry. And then now Victoria Palova's just been confirmed to have done it as well.
Yeah, it
and
is,
I'm like,
it's insane. There is
what's their physio up to?
I know, that's what I was thinking. Is it something? Not enough like money put into
I don't know.
The therapy side of it, the muscle therapy or the muscle.
They use like.
Are they overworking themselves? Like what they've got.
Victoria Palova did it at international duty.
Right.
She did it in a game. She came off at like 30. I was watching the game. She came off at like 13 minutes limping.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, ACL. So I was like, you know what? No, we'll calm down. We'll calm down. And then Arsenal put a statement out, and I was like,
oh.
That's another one.
I know. It is really upsetting because the amount of time that you're out, you're obviously going to regress in your abilities as well.
Right, I'm very worried about that. I've always been good at shooting. Shooting's my thing.
Mm.
And I want that quad strength back, and it's so hard.
Yeah, I know, and it's so hard mentally as well, I think, because you're on that, the first game that you have back from an ACL injury, I can imagine it's just,
I can't wait.
Maybe I shouldn't be like this.
You know, if I come back, if I come back from my ACL, right, when I come back, I'll say when I want to be optimistic.
Yeah, you will be back.
I will. And I'm like playing for crossball because I want to still be playing for crossball. And we walk up to Myers and they go, "You coming on?" I'll be like, "No." I am not playing on Myers for the first time, right? Because this pitch is deadly.
Yeah.
I will come back on a 3G pitch where it's flat.
I know, it's just like that first game or the first couple of games must feel like you're just what if. Well,
it's even that. I've started doing like running drills, just a little bit after like I've done my strengthening. Like today I was there this morning, little passing drills with me and this other guy's there, and he's like, we're like nearly the exact same time.
Oh, that's really good.
And he's like, similar age to me, and we do like passing drills, like passing triangles, really quick pace passing, and it's great. I love it. But every time I'm like stepping my foot down to like run, I'm like, as I come up, I'm like, don't snap.
Yeah,
because that's exactly how I did it. Exactly. I did it by running.
And that's the crazy thing. The fact that you did it from doing such a simple thing, it's always going to be on your mind that, am I going to snap it? And it's I saw that Tyrone Mings is coming back from his ACL.
Have you seen the video of when he's on that thing and the muscle loss? And I didn't believe it at first, right? But it is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I saw it. Yeah. The difference in his two legs was insane.
Yeah.
It was like
he was like half the size. Yeah.
And then
because
muscle.
You can't when you literally for like the first 6 weeks you're learning to walk.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's so mentally hard, and you don't even think about what's happening in your leg because you're just thinking, God, I can't do this. I can't like
and
when
you
I
must,
got
like, tense up as well because
the thing is that when I like it's really important at the start they make sure your quads are tensing because that means it's working.
Oh, right,
to make sure that they're still working. So like
right.
when you do like you practicing just like bending a little bit and straightening a little bit,
right.
you do like my quad used to like just go spasming, and I'm like, whoa.
Well,
it still does.
That it was.
Yeah, it still does, and obviously I'm doing exercises now that I would have flown through like absolutely easier, but it's so hard.
Yeah. I mean, it is insane how it takes so long as well for it to repair, and it's never fully healed.
4.5 months in now, and I'm done. I'm like, please, I just want to get back on the pitch.
Literally. It's kind of good that it's only been 4 months, and it probably feels a lot longer. Yeah. But that you're getting back into doing a little bit more running and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they said
people might not be able to do that for like 10 months.
No, that's completely wrong.
Oh, is it? Sorry, I thought it was 12 months that you.
No, they say it's about 6 weeks. It depends on the surgery. So I've had the bigger surgery, which means it took me longer to get the little things right.
Right.
But now I'm at the bigger things like running. I'll be able to keep that at a higher standard for longer.
Right.
It's less chance of tearing again.
That's
like
good.
Running is, I could do it for longer without my knee hurting than someone who's had the hamstring surgery. Well, I say I could do it for longer. The fitness is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I am like, but, and yeah. So then that, and then. They say around 3 months your knee starts to feel really good. And it did. I will admit it did. I started doing silly things like when watching football. We were at a semi-final of a cup with Crosspool and playing against a Division 1 team that were like doing really well, and we won. And I was like trying to run on the pitch, and I was like, whoa, actually, let's calm down. But then now you are meant to be running about now, they say.
Right, okay.
Which is good.
That is good.
I've been a bit slower in my recovery because I had to have like 2-3 weeks off of full physio because of my wrist.
Right, yeah, of course.
So I'm a bit slower, but I'm fine with that. I just want to get back.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's journey is going to be
It did bother me for a long time, and sometimes now, like today at physio, I left in a foul mood because like for like the last month, I've left and I've made some progress. Whereas today was the same as last week, and I was like, can't be dealing with that. I need to get back to football.
Yeah.
But then when I got back to the house, I was like, oh, it's not that deep, is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and do some more tomorrow, and I'll progress tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly, and it's normal to feel like that. Obviously, you're gonna be frustrated. So.
And then when you get to about 6 months, that's when you can start doing some like sport specific training.
Right.
So like I can do some more football drills. I'm not when I say football drills, I'm not gonna go full training and be like tackle.
Yeah.
I think I'd
contact stuff.
No, just like but like more passing drills, shooting drills, things like that.
Excited to get back.
When
I tell you, Elle can hit a ball well,
That's the only reason I got into the college team in year 12. Let's be honest. I took one shot. It didn't even go in, and Ben has looked at me and went. I was like, Ben
We have always said this about Elle. When she hits a ball,
you all move.
Hits it.
You move away, and I'm like, guys,
because we don't know if that gets in my face, I'm knocked out. Like the power that you get behind the shots is insane, and then especially on like the half volleys and volleys,
I love a good volley.
Yeah, I do. So well that I'm just like.
You asked me to teach you that last year as well. We spent like half an hour after training teaching volleys.
Well, it's good, isn't it? I was just so like. Oh my gosh, you can do it so well.
I practiced that a lot when I was younger because I'd seen whose goal was it? It was one of the men's football games. I think it was a Leeds game.
Right.
And someone hit it on the volley and it didn't go in. It was like really close, and I was like, I want to shoot like that.
Yeah.
So when I went to training, I practiced just like hitting it really hard off the bounce and trying to hit it as far as I can in the air, and then it's got really.
It is so good because
I don't score tap-ins. I don't score any at the minute.
Literally.
But I don't think I've ever scored a
What's that
tap-in.
goal that you scored last year? Because me and Elle both played for the same team.
We're at college.
At college, I remember you scored one, and everyone was like, "What?" It was like a screamer outside the 18-yard box.
Was it was it against Chesterfield when Ruby got red carded? Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Sorry, Ruby. Sorry. She didn't. No.
that did not happen.
We've moved on, but yeah, I think that my first goal I ever scored for college. I'd started off as a sub because of my knee. Oh, foreshadowing.
Yeah. She had a lot of.
I'd come on the pitch. I'd gone on the pitch. I'd been put in midfield. And it was that one Chesterfield player that was everywhere. She was running everywhere and she was marking.
She's so good.
And she was running with the ball. I just kind of gave her a bit of a shoulder because she was on the ball. She screamed in my ear.
Yeah, that match was a bit crazy.
We lost, but we played so well. And I just took a touch, bang, over the keeper. It wasn't really that good of a goal. I don't think it was that good of a goal, but you lot all ran over. I was like, whoa.
Because when you say, oh, it wasn't that good of a goal.
Compared to my other ones, no, but you were like...
But I remember it as, like, in slow motion, like, is it going in?
Yeah.
Is it going in?
I was thinking that. I was thinking, I think I've ever hit that one.
Because
That'd be
many times that you hit stuff out of the 18-yard box,
it can go over the fence. It has happened before. Yeah. I've gone around the fence, walk of shame. You're all looking at me like, hi guys, and I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, well, like, it was just...
I remember because a few of the boys were watching from that one, and then they all were like, oh, that was a good goal, actually. I was like, oh, I don't know you, but thanks.
I don't know you.
Because it was literally like 2 weeks after I joined.
Yeah, it was. That's why everyone was like, oh my gosh, Elle is so good at football. Like, you scored so, like, oh, that goal.
Yeah,
I was like, wow. I don't think
I scored really.
You know, when a good goal goes in, I get so passionate about it and so happy that I was jumping up and down.
I don't think I scored any more for college, you know. I think that was it.
I feel like I thought you scored about 3, and they've all been pretty similar.
So I scored that one. That was early on in the... I scored one at the start of this season was it in a friendly, Chef Wednesday? Played it off to...
I've got a really bad memory.
I was on the pitch, played it off to... Who was it? Who did I play it off to? Emily. Clay.
Right.
She just laid me off, bang, over the keeper, little goal.
Oh. Well, I love it.
You get really excited.
Good. I get so excited about
it. Yeah, I think last season I only scored 1 because I was in net.
Yes. Right.
I slaved in between them sticks.
Let's talk about Elle's goalkeeping era. I think
this was a strange
are, like,
time.
One of the best goalkeepers I've seen.
I shanked a few games. So you're telling me 11-0 loss at Worth was...
No, right.
Although they had quite a few scholarship players, I'll give them that.
Yeah,
apparently.
They're very good. So we're not going to compare ourselves to them.
No.
But no, when you were like, oh, is Elle going to get there? She's on the ground, she's there already. Like, before I've even finished my question.
Oh, no. Oh, it's okay.
Like, I was like...
I just diving about me. Like,
no, yeah, exactly. You were diving on the floor, you were getting there, and every time it was like, got past the defence, I was like, oh no, it's alright, Elle's there.
I remember my favourite game I've ever been in net for was this season, before I joined Fitness Pathway, which I'll talk about more in a second.
Yeah.
Bolton, were you there? Immediately, like, it was a bit of a scrappy game.
Was it at home?
No, away. I don't know, were you there? I don't know.
I've got a really bad memory.
So we took 2 keep. It was the day I wasn't meant to be in net because my wrist, was just been dislocated at that time.
Yeah.
And then the keeper wasn't, like, in the morning she couldn't come for some reason. Mm-hmm. I think she had an appointment or something that come up. So we were like,
I remember.
And Ruby was like messaging me non-stop, and I was like, do you want me to come play? Like, I could message Benners. Benners rang me saying, oh, can you play? And I was like, yeah. She went, your wrist. I was like, Benners, listen,
fine.
It is fine. I will wear my splint under my gloves, and I did. And then she had to ask my mum for permission, and Mum was like, yeah, she can play. So I walked down to Handsworth, they picked me up on the way up, and then I got there, and Izzy Gavin was there, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like...
Izzy Gavin's our other goalkeeper.
Other goalkeeper, by the way. And I was like, you've got a goalkeeper? So we played a half each. Izzy played the first half.
Yeah, no, I don't think I was at that one.
I think she kept a clean sheet, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I went in the second half, and they were just nasty. But, like, for some reason, I was like, oh, okay. And the same girl that had been nasty to me before, she was through on goal. And I think we were winning anyway, so even if she scored, we still won.
Yeah.
Tried to tap it past me bottom corner. I made, like, a proper bottom corner save, really? Tip round the post. And I just kind of looked at her like,
Yeah, you were so proud of you.
You're welcome. Like, but I loved that game because they were so, like, they didn't like losing at all.
Mm.
But then I was like, ah.
When teams lose their heads, like, when you're winning against them, for some reason it's quite satisfying. Because you're like us playing well has made you feel like that. But then on the receiving end, it's really not a good feeling. No.
It's happened a few times with teams I've played for, like, we'll be losing and I'll, like, make a mistake, like, the pass will go too far or I'll mistouch it. And then I'll be like, I'm like, guys, I'm really sorry.
It's just one mistake.
It's 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Yeah. Please, give me some slack. No, but obviously after your ACL, you're coming back from the injury. You started the fitness pathway. So if you don't know already, we do 3 enrichment pathways. We do football, fitness and esports. So you could have played Fortnite instead. but you
I
chose
can't
to
stand
do
Fortnite, to be honest. Sorry if anyone likes Fortnite, but it's not for me.
Oh.
I'd rather play FIFA. I like FIFA.
Well, there you go. You could have played FIFA.
Yeah.
But
I could have, but I didn't. I wanted to go and do the fitness pathway, which I did. And to be honest, I really like it.
Yeah.
Because, like, you go in on a Wednesday and you have a bit of, like, they'll do a bit of teaching, you know, work through your booklets that you've got, because you work through a booklet.
Yeah.
That's to get your qualification, and then at the end you've got, like, I think it's like an exam, and then you have to be, like, recorded doing, like, your fitness stuff. But I love it, because, like, you learn a new qualification, you've got full access to the gym, so you, after they've done your qualification stuff and your booklet stuff downstairs, they say, right, you're free to go to the gym, and you just go up and you can use the gym for your own stuff.
That's really good.
So obviously, like, when I came back from doing my ACL, when you lot would go out to training, I'd be up there doing my stretches and my
the stuff that
physio told me to do. So I genuinely really.
So it probably has actually helped your
progression. 100%.
Yeah.
I swapped onto fitness before I did my knee, actually.
Yes, you did. I remember.
And then I remember when I did my knee, I was like, well, that's a good job, isn't it? Because it would have been too late now.
Right.
So I was like,
that is actually a blessing in disguise,
was a very.
Actually.
It was on the way back from one of the games, and Ryan had put a message on saying, last chance if anyone wants to swap, and I was like, you know what, I want to change this year.
Just to give it a go.
Just to give it a go.
She'd already had a year in football already.
The college football, yeah. And I was like, I was thought about the qualification as well, and I was like, I could get a job with that.
Yeah, exactly.
I could go and be working a gym, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do that. And I love it, to be honest.
That is really
I love it. So if you're not like big on football, or you are big on football, you want to keep it to your own club, I think the fitness pathway is it's great.
It's so good as well. Like,
you can work on your football in the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you can work on like building your quads or
just gym stuff. Yeah,
gym stuff. Yeah,
you don't have to do your quads if you don't want. Arm day's important.
Arm day's important. Back day's important.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So guys, you can obviously see that we are wearing our England shirts, and tonight is Scotland versus Germany. Predictions, Elle. Come on.
Right, okay.
Elle is like half Scottish. I've got a Scottish family. We both want Scotland to win this.
My mum is like, obviously she's fully Scottish, and we've decorated at work. We're having like a Euro thing today for the start.
Oh right, okay.
So we've got all the national flags. There's all the flags, like big posters, and then there's just 2 big lines of England and Scotland flags.
Oh really?
And I'm like, Mum, we can't, like, it's a bit biased here. She's like, oh no. Yeah, she's like, but the thing is with Scottish people, they don't care if they win. Obviously, they want to win.
Yeah.
But if they lose, they will still have the best time.
Yeah, they're the best.
They will be partying
lives,
on. Well, they've made a stand, haven't they? Like, even if it's called No Scotland, No Party, and one of the lyrics is, even if we don't win, we'll boogie on in Berlin. And I'm like, you know what? I love that.
It's so good.
I wish I was in Berlin right now.
Yeah, I think they're just so happy to be there as well because they've not got into the Euros for a while.
I remember the Euros 2021, the men's. I was in Scotland, and Scotland were playing England. And we drew. Yeah. I think we drew either 1-1 or 0-0.
Yeah.
And you just pan to the Scotland fans, and they're celebrating as if they've won the whole competition. And I'm like, they were so happy that they've not lost, but also England haven't won because there's a big rivalry there.
Yeah, obviously. But we're supporting them tonight. So.
Tonight, yeah, Sunday, the boys. Yeah. So tonight, I want to be optimistic and say 2-0 Scotland, but realistically, I think it'll be either 3-1 Germany or a 1-1 draw. Yeah,
realistically, Germany are scoring tonight, in my opinion.
But we've got John McGinn. No, I think Scotland. We won Spain a few months ago, though.
Yeah,
Scotland. I won't say we because I'm in an English show.
Scotland are doing well at the moment. Like,
we're in high spirits.
Exactly.
We've got the players.
When you've just got the energy of I just want to be there and I just want to have fun with it, you may as well just go for it.
I don't think we'll win the game tonight. I think it'll take us like a game to get into it.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's much more, like, Germany have been to more.
There's a lot more pressure. Your first game playing Germany, you don't want that.
No, it's and a home tournament as well. No.
No.
So
exactly.
I think they'll either draw or lose tonight.
Yeah.
I want them to win, of course, but and then England will be 10-0 win on Sunday.
10-0.
No, I'm joking.
Wow.
Well, we do not talk about the Iceland game.
See, that is why I'm not 100% optimistic.
Serbia. To be fair, well, there's always underdogs in these tournaments.
That is the thing, like, that's why it's
always.
so good.
And it will be Scotland this year. I'm telling you. Right. Andrew Robertson is going to carry this.
Andy Robertson is a very good player. There's a reason he plays for Liverpool, like...
Because he's not good. Joking.
Wow.
Joking.
Okay, we are going to get on to the wheel.
The wheel.
Would you like to spin the wheel?
Okay, I will. Still going. Dessert.
Dessert. I'm trying to say it correctly. Dessert description, like, what would you say you are as a dessert? Or should we do it to each other? So what do you think I am and what do you think you are?
What would you go first for me? I don't know. What do you think I am?
Maybe like a New York cheesecake.
Oh.
Cheesecake's really nice.
I don't like cheesecake, but that's fine.
Okay then.
You...
I feel like I'm a strawberry shortcake.
I was going to say tiramisu.
I love tiramisu. I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, like I don't know, yeah.
I love tiramisu.
Either that or just vanilla ice cream.
Oh.
That's not a bad thing. Are you saying vanilla ice cream's a bad dessert, Lowan?
No, it's just,
boring.
You call me basic.
Right.
Right.
No.
Spin the wheel again.
Spin the wheel again. I like the beat to it.
Oh, is it going to say the same thing? It's still going to say the same thing. This is rigged.
No, stop.
Do you want to just pick one?
Favourite actor? Oh.
I don't know names. I've said this on the one that I did with Jordan.
Actor. Well, if we're talking all time, I grew up watching High School Musical, which... Zac Efron. I'm sorry, Zac Efron will always be one of my...
High School Musical is such a... Like, I loved High School Musical.
Yep.
I could...
Every day after school, High
If
School
you
Musical.
wanted me, I could sing to you right now. But,
Zac Efron, I think Zac Efron's one of my favourites because of, like, childhood. That's like...
Yeah, 100%.
But in terms of now...
Will Ferrell.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
See, I could say Tom Holland, but, like...
Very basic.
Very basic. And a lot of people say Tom
What's your
Holland.
favourite Spider-Man?
Don't do this. Tobey Maguire.
Really?
He's classic Spider-Man.
Fair enough.
I think, well, in terms... I like the most recent Spider-Man because they're all in it.
Yeah, no, the one with all three of them in it.
I feel the one I feel the most sympathy for is Tom Holland though, because like he's a child. No, he's not, but he's like compared to them two, they look like proper like grown men when they're like doing the acting. But when he's doing it, I'm like, oh,
bless him.
His whole family's
Do
just...
you want to choose one from the wheel because the spinning isn't working?
Yeah. So okay, we've done desert island. Oh god, is that like who would you want to be on there with?
No, it's like
because I'm not...
3 things you would bring to a desert island.
Oh god, no, I don't know. Meal deal choice.
That is the one everyone goes
meal
for.
deal choice. I want to know your meal deal.
On here already, but I'll tell you. It keeps changing if I'm honest.
That's not good enough.
I know. I never go.
Mine's
for the
been the
same
same since like I was in year 10.
Never go for the same thing. But at the moment it is. At Tesco they have this deli style cheese ploughmans. It's got like red cabbage in it and it's really good. It's like got pickled stuff in it.
Oh no.
And, okay.
I was with you at the first, but then you went pickle stuff. I was like, oh.
No, I love pickled stuff.
You like have like a cheese and pickle sandwich? Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
No.
But and then an Orangina.
I rate that. I like Orangina. I
or
think
a
it's
smoothie.
Okay, innocent smoothie.
Yeah,
okay.
Or one of the smoothies, one of the green ones.
Nice.
And then because my mum once told me, if you're gonna have a smoothie, you may as well have a green one, and there's no health benefits in the other ones.
I like the blue one though. Sorry, Lowan's mum, but I really like the blue ones. The blueberry ones.
Yeah, and then side, it's got to be a bag of crisps. I think.
I don't go for crisps. Anyway, carry on.
Baked prawn cocktail.
If I go for crisps, they're baked. They have to be.
What? I feel like it's weird if you don't have crisps in a meal deal.
I think it's because I've had bread, so I don't want crisps. Do you know when people say I've had a crisp sandwich? I'm looking at them like, how? I'd be sick. Genuinely.
No, but I love my carbs. So I could have 2 meal deal sandwiches if I could.
No. So my meal deal is... You're going to slate me for this.
Okay, I'm ready.
Plain ham sandwich.
You can't...
Yes, I can. And I will get one on the way back from here. I will call up Tesco Express and get a ham sandwich.
No, I accept the ham sandwich, but you can't slate me for cheese ploughmans.
Yes, I can. You've got pickled stuff in your sandwich. Okay. I've just got a simple and effective sandwich.
To be fair, it's all right.
And then watermelon.
Oh.
You don't like... We were speaking about this, but we don't like watermelon.
I don't like watermelon.
I love watermelon. So either watermelon or... I don't know. But I either get watermelon or crisp, but I
like a fruit pot. I would allow a
like
berry
grapes and strawberries.
I love grapes and strawberries.
Yeah, I love grapes.
Sometimes I get that actually if I'm not getting
I either get, depending, like if I go to college I get a Diet Coke. I don't know why, but I always take a Diet Coke to college.
It's simple.
Caffeine.
It's fair because
there's no sugar in it. No sugar in it, but there's caffeine, and
I want a ham sandwich now.
I'm gonna get one from Tesco. Should we go get?
We
will go get a ham sandwich. We will film it, attach it at the end of the podcast,
and insert it at the end. Right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to watch or listen to our podcast. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We've had a great time. I think I'll get you back on, Elle.
I think before we leave college, we need to come and do another one. Yeah, another week. 100%. Next week.
Tomorrow?
No. I'm watching Inside Out too.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching or listening. You can watch us on YouTube or listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Wait.